Content components can be used to flesh out your application and provide your users with an interactive and informative app. To add content components to your application, navigate to the page you wish to add the content to and open up your components panel on the left. You can see here that there are a variety of components to choose from. One of the most common content components that you'll use frequently through your app is the text component, which simply adds text to your page. To add the text, simply drag it into a flex layout or other container and open up the properties on the right to configure it. Each component has its own properties that you can configure. In the case of the text component, you can see that I can set various sizes of text, so the level of the heading, I can set its alignment on the page, and I can also edit more advanced properties in the font options, like the color, size, and weight of the font. Another type of content component that's useful to use is an image component, used to display an image on the page. To use it, simply drag into the page as before, and you'll see that it appears. I can upload an image or use a data chip to grab an image from a data store. In this case, I'll upload an image straightforwardly. By default, this image will pull into its full size, so I can modify this by changing the width to say 200 pixels to make things a bit more manageable. To center it on the page, I can use any layout components I have, such as the flex, to align it centrally. All of your components can also be given their own margin and padding to space them out from other components within the layout. Clicking back on my image and scrolling down through its properties, I can modify the margin to space it away from the text above. This just gives it a bit of room to breathe. Another type of content that you might wish to integrate in your application is video content. There are two components that cater to those needs, the YouTube component and the Vimeo component. Dragging a YouTube component into my application, you can see that in the properties I need to give it an ID, URL, width and height. And by configuring these, I can display any YouTube video on the page. There are a variety of content components to try, and it's worth experimenting with them to meet the needs of your application.